Hi everyone, and welcome back to another paper cutting experiment. Today, instead of cutting halves, we are going to be practicing cutting fourths. If you have any paper laying around that you can cut into circles, or if you have any rectangular paper, just like printing paper, you can do this project along with us. So we are going to get started. First, we're going to start with some rectangles, and we've talked about how we can partition rectangles into fourths different ways. I'm going to start by folding my rectangle in half, and then I'm going to fold it again. Now when I look at my rectangle and I open it up, I should see two lines. 1, 2. Now I'm going to cut on those lines. And we're going to find out if our shape was partitioned equally. Now we're going to put all of those pieces together. Let's take a look. They are all equal. Now we can use these 4 pieces to build our rectangle again. So we can take our fourths and put them together to make one whole rectangle. Let's try it another way with a rectangle. I'm going to fold my paper in half. I'm going to fold it again. And now I'm going to cut on the lines that I made. Now, just like we've talked about how we partition a rectangle when we draw, look how many lines we have. 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to cut on those 3 lines. Partitioning a rectangle this way reminds me of drawing a 10 frame. Alrighty, let's take our pieces. Let's put them together. We have 4 equal pieces. Now we can use them to build one whole again. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have our fourths, and we can use them to put them together and build one whole rectangle. Let's partition a rectangle one more way into fourths. I'm going to fold it in half. And if I decided to cut right now on that middle line, I would have 2 pieces, which would be halves. Now I'm going to fold it again, open it up to see those lines. I'm going to cut on those lines. And remember, if you're cutting at home, make sure you ask permission from an adult in your home. Now we have our 4 pieces. They are equal. And again, we can use them to build one whole. Now let's try with a circle. Fold it in half. Fold it again. Open it up to see, open it up to see those lines. Cut on the lines. Now we have our fourths, 4 pieces. Check them out to see if they're the exact same size. They are equal, and we can use them to build one whole again. Now, if you do not want to try this with paper or something to cut up at your house, you can also try with some other things you might have laying around. Maybe you have a cookie or a candy bar, or maybe you're having pizza for dinner one night and you want to experiment with how to cut it into fourths or into halves. I had a watermelon that I picked up at the grocery store, and I started with a slice that was the size of a circle, just like this. Then I decided to cut it in half, and then I wanted them into smaller pieces, so I cut them into fourths. And I realized that I was doing just what we were learning about in class. I was partitioning a shape. So go ahead, try it at home, and see what you can come up with.